Good evening. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a better than sex cake. First I'm going to show you the ingredients. Second I'm going to show you the process of making the cake. And lastly I'm going to put the toppings on the cake. So first what you need is a spoon with a circular end so you can make holes in the cake. And then just an extra spoon to smear the Cool Whip. 7 ounces of Cool Whip. A package of toffee bits, and I usually use a half a package of those, 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, a half of bottle of this caramel syrup. I have already spread my pan with this cooking spray, and just a boxed cake. I'm using Devil's Food. You can also use German chocolate cake. A cup and a fourth of water, a half a cup of oil, 3 eggs, and then the mix is over here. So first of all, I'm just going to start with the directions on the back of the cake mix. So I'm going to have the cake mix. I'm going to add the 3 eggs, the oil, and the 1 1/4 cup of water. And I'm going to beat for about 2 minutes on low and then on high and medium. I like to scrape the edges of the pan while I mix so I can get all of the cake mix in. And then I'm going to turn it on to medium speed. Just trying to make sure that all the lumps are out of the mixture. I'm going to scrape these handles off here. And then I'm going to put the mixture into the pan. And I have already preheated the oven to 350 degrees. And I recommend doing that before you start getting your ingredients ready so everything is all ready. So the oven is ready to go by the time you have finished your mixture.
Speak louder.
I also have not, I did not grease the sides of the pan, just the bottom. That's as directed per the cake mix. So then I just spread the cake mix out. And then, of course, I washed my hands before I started. Okay, after you get all the cake mix off, you're going to want to put the cake into the oven and cook as directed. This one you cook on 350 degrees for 32 to 35 minutes. So I'm going to cook it. I'm going to put it in for 32 minutes, and if it's not finished, I'll put it in for 2 or 3 minutes longer. And voila, a magic cake. Actually, I cooked this one so I would have one ready. And what you do when it comes out of the oven, you want to stick a toothpick in it just to make sure that none of the crumbs come out, so it's cooked thoroughly through the cake. After that, I'm going to take my rounded spoon edge and I'm just going to make several holes in the cake. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom because the toppings tend to sink into the bottom of the pan. Where is it?
Second drawer.
And I just make several holes so that the toppings can go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so I will show you what my cake looks like here in just a minute. I've got several holes in the cake so that the toppings will not just stay on the top, but they will sink to the bottom. And again, I didn't put my holes all the way to the bottom because then the mixture is all at the bottom. So if we have some space, the mixture, the caramel and the sweetened condensed milk will sink to the bottom, but it won't go all the way to the bottom. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my sweetened condensed milk. If you don't want it so sweet, you can just use half a can. I like it sweet, so I just pour the whole can into these holes to make sure that it goes through. Just get the extra low. And then spread that around, trying to get it all over the top of the cake. And pat it so it goes into the hole. Then what you want to do is take your caramel and drizzle approximately half of this. Of course, it's probably not going to be exact, but just drizzle this over the top, trying to make it into the holes so it will sink throughout the whole cake. As you can tell, this is a rich cake. Okay, so I'll show you that quickly. See how there's still holes in there? Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take our Cool Whip. It can be in a can or one of those little tins, but this was available, so you just spread it all over the cake. Okay, and then smooth it out. So then it's just going to be a Cool Whip topping. And I'm going to add a little bit more just because I like Cool Whip. Alright. And we'll get that all spread out over the top of the cake. Get it all the way to the sides of the pan. And then the last thing you need to do is sprinkle the heat bit over the cake. Like so. And there is better than sex cake. Now I will show you my audience. I've got my mom, my grandma, and my grandpa. Thank you very much.